Welcome to my channel. As the title suggests, today we're going to be shopping for skincare products for my face. Before we head out, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about my skin and the issues that I'm facing currently with it. And also a quick disclaimer, I am not a skincare professional in any way. All the products that I have decided to use on my face, I decided solely on what I have researched. And even if you are facing the similar or the same issues that I am with my skin, I do advise you still to do your own research. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about my skin. I'm currently suffering from dryness, clogged pores. My clogged pores are so awful. It mainly happens around my lip area and nose area. What happens is the clog causes these big painful bumps that stays around for maybe 2 or 3 days. Sometimes when I squeeze them, it gets way worse. It causes a bit of pus, and then eventually, it heals up and goes away. I'm just super grateful that I don't leave a huge scar on my lip or my nose. Bumpy, or what's known as textured skin, flaky skin, mainly around my eyebrow area. There are a few people in my family that do have eczema. I've never been diagnosed, but in my opinion, I've been seeing a little bit of symptoms here and there, mainly on my eyebrows and in my scalp. And lastly, a few dark spots here and there. I already have a list of products that I'm gonna need, and I also crossed off stuff that I already have because I've always been dabbling here and there in skincare. I just did it in the totally incorrect order. I was all over the place initially, but now I've decided to do the proper research, get the whole routine down, and taking it a little bit more seriously. So I only have 5 products that I need, and one stop should cover everything. Ulta should have all the products that I need. Okay, so the products are niacinamide serum with ectoin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Discoloration correcting serum, hyaluronic acid. Oh, I think I already have the hyaluronic acid. Sunscreen, and soothing and barrier support serum. I also had to shop online for some of the products that weren't available at Ulta. I do have them here. We're gonna go through everything once I get back. But for now, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what we're gonna be doing in the vlog. So I'm gonna be taking you guys along with me to get the products that I have on my list here. And then when I get back, we're gonna be talking about what each of these products will be for, and I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about my routine that I'm going to be putting together. It's now 5:40 p.m. Let's go. Alright, so I just made it to Ulta, so I'm going to hop inside and see if they have what I need. So I just made it to the Good Molecule section. This is the brand that has most of the products that I do need. So I'm just going to get a bag and get everything together and then select the items that I'm going to need, and I want to show them to you guys as well. And I think I might need something from The Ordinary as well. I'm just filming. Is it okay to film? Okay, so first item is spotted, the niacinamide with ectoin. Then discoloration correction. This is actually way bigger than I thought it would have been. I'm still not sure which sunscreen I'm going to be using, so we're going to move on to the last item, soothing and barrier support. So the soothing and barrier support serum is going to be from the Ordinary brand, but I wanted to get this too for my scalp. I'm going to get it. Alright, now we're going to look to see if we can find the soothing and barrier support. Soothing and barrier support. They got a lot of stuff in here. Even over here, one step at a time. It's not up here, not up here. So I'm going to look around for it for a sec. Alright guys, I finally found it, and this concludes our list. So I actually made it back about 2 hours ago, but I had to stop and cook and get me some dinner. This is what I'm having for dinner: salmon with fried ripe plantain and white rice. Also, a factor to take into consideration is your diet. Your diet plays a huge role as it relates to your skin. Once the inside of your body is good, the outside is definitely going to reflect that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll do a little haul and talk more about the products. Alright, so we have our products and we also have our list, so let's check everything off. What was first on our list was niacinamide serum with ectoin. Next up was discoloration correcting serum. Next up was sunscreen. And lastly, soothing and barrier support serum. Now I know you might be wondering why my bag still has stuff in it. I got a little extra, of course. Entirely out of the scope of this video, I got a eyeliner which I'll be using as a lip liner. I do lip gloss and lip cosmetic videos on my Instagram, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. I also got a niacinamide and zinc serum. I'll be using this in conjunction with the soothing and supporting serum. I also got a peeling solution. I already have an exfoliator, but I wanted another one as well. And I also got something for my scalp, because just like my little eyebrow section right here, sometimes my scalp does get dry and a little bit flaky as well. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a close-up of everything. So those were initially what was on the list. Let me give you a close-up of the other 3 that I got. Earlier, I had mentioned 5 of my main issues that I'm battling with my face. Now we're going to be linking all these products that I have and how they're going to help battle these issues. First off was dryness. Right off the bat, moisturizer. Absolutely, moisturizer will be helping to combat this issue. But not only moisturizer, so will the hyaluronic acid. Let's talk a little bit about the benefits of hyaluronic acid on the face. So hyaluronic acid, or HA, is a naturally occurring substance in the skin that plays a vital role in maintaining hydration and elasticity. So it has several benefits, of course, but the main benefit that it has that attract my attention: HA is a powerful humectant, meaning it attracts and retains moisture. Applying HA to the skin can help increase skin hydration, making it appear plumper and smoother. That also helps with the textured skin / the bumpy skin, so kind of a 2-for-1 deal. And it promotes wound healing. Next up were my clogged pores. Now this was my last straw, and I've been battling this since I think high school. I just have this bump come up around my nose and my lip, and they were extremely excruciatingly painful. Back then I used to squeeze them a lot. They got bigger, and then, you know, I think I described this earlier, it was awful. So I do have a cleanser which is popularly known to help with clogged pores. However, it has been helping, but still I have had these bumps coming up on my face. Up until recently I had one right here in my nose. I don't know if it's showing on here. So I ended up finding this brand Anua, and I decided to try out their double cleansers. These are they. I haven't taken anything out the box here. We're gonna do that like in short order. So double cleansing should help with my clogged pores and reduce all of that inflammation and painful bumps coming up. Next up is textured skin / bumpy skin. So as I said, the hyaluronic acid should help with that, but also does the niacinamide. I have a bit of an accent, so please don't make fun of me. That's just how I pronounce some of my words. So niacinamide. Yeah, let's talk about what niacinamide does for our skin. Oh, by the way, the one that I got has ectoin in it, so we're gonna also talk about the benefits of ectoin, and we're also gonna talk about the benefits of zinc, because I do have a niacinamide and zinc product right here. So it says here, niacinamide and ectoin helps improve skin tone, texture, and hydration, as I mentioned. Some bullet points on the niacinamide are: helps balance oil and even skin tone, helps reduce the appearance of skin imperfection, helps prevent pigment transfer within the skin, helps produce ceramides and elastin, which are important parts of the skin barrier. For ectoin, helps improve hydration and smooth skin, helps protect skin from pollution, sun damage, and environmental stresses, helps reduce redness and dark spots, helps brighten the skin, helps to strengthen the skin barrier, helps reduce inflammation, and helps with lines and wrinkles, which is good because I'm not planning on getting a retinoid. That's mainly what retinoids do. Retinoids are for wrinkles and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of wrinkles, so I did not see the need to invest in a product that targets wrinkles. Next up on the list is flaky skin. After doing my research about flaky skin, all roads lead to skin irritation. I also have to be careful and make sure that I am adequately moisturized, especially when using all of these acids on my skin. So another thing that I took in mind too when purchasing products is that my skin can be super sensitive and reactive to harsh products. And my final issue are the few dark spots that I do have on my face. When bumps do come up on my face, I don't make it a habit to squeeze, because I know, and I even did the research to back it up, that when you squeeze the bumps that come up on your face, it causes scarring and then leaves the black marks that become dark spots. One thing I didn't get that I'm thinking about adding is a face oil. Hydration is key for me right now. I really want to push for hydration with my routine, so I am thinking about getting one. Alright, so let's get into the routine. For the daytime, I'm going to be doing a cleanser, just a simple cleanser, one-step cleanser. I already have a CeraVe daily cleanser that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to stick to that. Then I have my toner, then I have a serum. I'm going to need to sort out all of my serums, but for now, definitely I'll be using, for example, the Soothing Barrier in the day. A moisturizer. My moisturizer is a Lubriderm. This one is non-scented with shea butter and glycerin. And after the moisturizer is going to be a sun protection factor, otherwise known as a SPF. I also just noticed that I had mentioned the hyaluronic acid and how it's going to help with the dry skin, but I didn't show you the hyaluronic acid that I decided to use. I think I've had this for years and I didn't want to have to buy any more. I wanted to finish what I had because we don't want to overconsume. This is 24 hyaluronic gold hyaluronic acid essence. For the nighttime, I'm going to be starting off with a cleanse. So I'm going to do my double cleanse at night. Exfoliation. I'm only going to be exfoliating once a week or once every other week because I do have dry skin. Toners, then serums, moisturizers, and then face oils. Of course, I'd like to put everything that I'll be using to the forefront as well as unboxing everything. So I brought my Cetaphil out. I also bought my glycolic acid. I will be using my glycolic acid and the other exfoliator that I have that I mentioned before. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. So this is an update video. I recorded the original film, I think February 2nd, and today is the end of April. I wanted to give myself some time to try everything out, to see how everything is. Unfortunately, everything didn't work out how I wanted it to work out. First off, I think I started this skincare thing when my face was closest to its best. When I started to use the stuff on my face, I was like, you know, I felt a little bit ungrateful. What I initially wanted was to stay on top of things, be on the offense and not on the defense. As I had stated before, I had issues with dark spots, and those were due to bumps that I didn't squeeze. Sometimes when I don't squeeze them, they don't leave dark spots. Sometimes when I do squeeze them, they do leave dark spots. Sometimes when I squeeze them, they don't. I guess it all depends on the position, what kind of bump it is, and all of that. Anyways, let's get straight into what I've learned, the results, etc. I'm gonna move over a little bit and I'm gonna insert some pictures and some videos of what my face ended up looking like. My biggest issue, well, the issue that I started with was I had this big bump on my face that came up, and I think it was either due to the cleanser or the exfoliator. I'm not sure the products after the videos and pictures, but I first had a big bump on my face that left a black mark, and you guys can probably see it still. What side is it on again? Yeah, right here. The light's in my face, so I can't really see properly, but yeah. I've never had such a distinguishing mark on my face before, and I was really gonna have a breakdown because of this bump. And then after that big bump, I started having breakouts on my face, which you guys can even see. The spots are still here. And after that big bump on my face, everything just started to get worse. I don't think I have any videos of that, but you guys can actually see it too, especially on this side. Now let's talk a little bit about the culprits. First off, this exfoliator. Obviously, exfoliators are supposed to cleanse your skin, get rid of the impurities that are lying underneath, yada yada yada. However, I was having breakouts in places that I never even had issues to begin with. And as you can see, I haven't used a lot. I think I only used this twice. The first time was right around the breakouts, and then I was also trying to distinguish between this product and another product, trying to find what was causing these issues, the other possible culprits, because I know for a fact that this is one of them. The second time I used it was just to test it out. It was long after I paused using a bunch of the other skincare stuff that I had purchased, and I wanted to single everything out, so I started spacing out the usage to see, okay, how my face reacts to this, how my face reacts to that. The second possible culprits are these right here. So these are the anoas for the double cleansing, the oil and the water-based cleanser. It is possible that the main reason why my skin was reacting so horribly was because I used both of them together, and both of them might be a little bit harsh, you know, dig up underneath the skin and all of that. But I was using these more often than the exfoliator, because it's recommended that you use the cleansing thing every day or every night, but the exfoliator is only supposed to be every 2 weeks or once a month, depending on the type of skin that you have. I have dry skin, so obviously I'd only use it once a month or only when needed. And even after the first time when I used this and then gave it a break, I was using these and my skin was still reacting funny. And while I went back to use the peeling solution again, just to make sure that, okay, this is the issue, I didn't go back to using these just yet because I was scared. But if time permits, I'll come back with an update about these two right here. I'd want to use it for about a week or so to see what's what, and also I just really don't want to have any more breakouts because I'm already dealing with what I have to deal with right now, but we'll see. Alright, so lastly, this isn't really a culprit, it's more like you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Like, she was like, get somebody else to do it. The discoloration correcting serum. I've seen a lot of people recommend this, use this, yada yada yada, but it hasn't really been working for me. At least I gave it one job and it hasn't been doing it very well. Since I got the bump right here, I've been using it on the spot, and to be honest, it hasn't really done much or anything at all. While I'm inconsistent with everything else, trust me, I use this so hard, like it's at the bottom. I don't know if it's not strong enough or whatever the case may be, but I'm just waiting until it gets done so I could try something else. So very recently I went out and I got some regular drugstore products. I got some hyaluronic acid because I was running out of that. I got some vitamin C. I got another toner, and I got some face scrubs because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have a new issue. Or maybe this was an issue that I stated before, I don't quite remember, but I have a bunch of whiteheads sticking out here. I can't seem to find a face scraper anywhere in the stores. That's like the little spatula thing. I'll attach a picture right here that you use to push against your skin to get the whiteheads out, and mine are like up in your face. So I'm using the face scrubs to replace the exfoliation / peeling solution thing because I don't think I want to use that again. It's way too harsh on my skin. But anyways, that's my update for now. I got a whole lot of different products that I'm using right now on my face. I have not been consistent because honestly I'm so scared. As I said, if I have time and if I get the chance to, I'll be retrying these again to see what effects they have on me, because I also did some reading on this and I think the same issues that I was having other persons were also having, which is why I was like bombastic side-eyeing this. And because, as I said, I stopped using them both at the same time, I didn't really give them a chance on their own. But yeah, if there's another update, I'll be sure to insert it here. If not, nah, because I had to come to Claire Anoa's name, okay? So this is my third and final, no, this is actually my second and final update. Okay, this is the last time you guys will be seeing me. I swear, I think I changed my hairstyles all 3 times throughout this one video. But we're gonna keep it short and sweet. We're gonna keep this thing brief. First of all, I had to come back to give an update on Anoa. I did end up trying the cleansers by themselves and they're fine. I just wanted to make sure, because I know as a consumer, if you see 1 or 2 or even 3 things of, okay, this is what it's doing to me, and people are saying the same thing about the item, you're probably gonna be like, nah. So I just want to make sure that my review is thorough. So that's my first point to note. My second point to note, because I did make notes yeah, so my second point to note is, as far as I'm concerned, for what was mentioned before, so please be careful with that exfoliator. My third point is, I did stop using my sunscreen. It's been over here for a couple of weeks for my own reasons, and I think I'm going to be keeping those reasons to myself. My fourth and final point is that I completely ceased using everything on my face at the moment. So right now, well, not everything, I am only using the cleanser, a little bit of azelaic acid for my acne. I still have those dark spots that I talked about, mainly over here, and I'm working to get rid of those. So I am using my azelaic acid, of course a cleanser to keep my face clean, something to wash my face with basically, because I've never taken a break from products and my face actually breaks out as a result. It's mostly just, I think, a form of slow healing. But I am going to be using my cleanser, I am going to be using my scrubs, so hopefully to get rid of these whiteheads slowly but surely. They are still here, so annoying. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back to simpler times. Looking back at my pictures and videos of myself, I was like, my skin actually looked so much better when I wasn't doing too much. So my takeaway from this whole experience is less is more. Anyways, thank you for watching my 3-part skincare video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.